thought having a rich friend was cool, but having a friend who has the hookup for everything is truly crazy. And I didn't know how crazy it was gonna get until I met my friend Sandra. So I'm at Topgolf with some friends having a great time. And we're talking about what we're gonna do this weekend, yada yada. And my one friend asked me if I'm doing anything Saturday night. I'm like, no, I don't really have plans. What's up? She's like, oh, my friend Sandra is in town. Like, we should get dinner. I'm like, okay, bet, right? I've seen pictures of Sandra, but I don't really know her like that. But I'm always down to meet new people. But I was not expecting Sandra to be like this. So Saturday comes, we all meet at my house, right? Because I'm going to drive us to the restaurant. And this is my first time meeting Sandra. And I'm already noticing she's a different breed. So she gets in the door and she's like, oh my gosh, Lala, nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you. Comes in straight for a hug. And honestly, I love people like this, right? No awkwardness, just cool, like we've been known each other. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like, nice to finally meet you, right? We're yapping about everything under the sun. And she's like, have y'all ever been to this restaurant before? I'm like, no, I've never even heard of it. She's like, oh, we'll just wait. I'm thinking, oh, their food must be off the chart the way you're talking. Baby, that was just the start. So I drive, right? We all head to this restaurant. You would think I know where we're going because I'm familiar with the town. But no, I have never heard of this. We pull up and immediately I'm seeing Mercedes, right? I'm seeing Corvettes, a bunch of nice cars in the parking lot. I'm thinking, good thing I got all dressed up, right? Somebody might meet their husband tonight. So we get in the door, right? Sandra takes control immediately, goes right to the hostess. She's like, table for three under Sandra. The hostess is like, yeah, right this way. We're walking through this restaurant. I'm looking around, right? The vibes, immaculate. Okay, there's people in here dressed up, suited up, Rolex shining so bright. I'm squinting through the restaurant, right? There's somebody playing piano. It's gorgeous in there. And the smell, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was just eating. So we sit down and Sandra gets up to go to the bathroom. And while she gets up, I'm talking to my other friend that's been known Sandra. I said, is she rich? She's like, no. I said, how'd she find this? She's like, I don't know. She knows a lot of spots. I was like, honestly, I need to start hanging out with her more. So she comes back to the table and we order food. I get a steak, New York strip, medium. Okay, if you're getting anything over medium well done, you not eating the steak right. That's practically rubber. Any hoozle, I get the food. It's umami for sure, right? The food is hitting, the vibes are hitting, everything is great, right? So we leave after, and I had a great time. And I'm telling Sandra, like, girl, I want to hang out with you more. Like, how long are you in town for? Okay, she doesn't really live that far. She only lives like an hour or two away. And she's like, oh, I'm going to be back and forth a lot. We can always meet in the middle. You can always come to me. Like, no, like, I would love to hang with you again. I'm like, bet. Right? So we go back to my house. Everybody gets in their car. We go our own way. 2 weeks later, I see Sandra again. And this time, I got to know more, right? I'm getting confused at this point. So my other friend that's been known Sandra hits me up. She's like, are you doing anything this weekend? I'm like, no, what's the word? She's like, do you want to go to Sandra's? I'm like, yes, I'm down, right? Like, honestly, wherever Sandra's at, let me go. So we get in the car, we drive, it's like an hour 30 away. And I'm thinking we about to pull up to like either a big nice house or a very luxury apartment. And I'm actually shocked, right? We pull up to this apartment, very, like chill. Again, I'm thinking in my head, Sandra might be rich, okay? Nah, and maybe she was below her means, but it was more chill than I thought, okay? No problem with that. So we get into the apartment, right? It's really nice and clean in there. She's welcoming us once again. And, I didn't really know what was on the itinerary, but of course Sandra does. She's like, I got this great spot we can go to for lunch, and then I got something, some fun plans later, and then dinner. I'm like, yeah, girl. Right? Like, I love somebody who just tells me what to do and I'm just coming along for the ride. So we pull up to lunch, and once again, Sandra hits the nail on the head. It's a beautiful day out. We sit outside on the patio. Beautiful here. Once again, never heard of this spot though. Think you got some connections. So we sit outside. Beautiful. There's a waterfall. Food was immaculate once again. Cool. After that, we chill. Then we got some random little activity planned. I had no idea what this activity was gonna be, right? She was trying to keep it a little surprise. She just said, dress athletic. I'm thinking, girl, I don't know if my knees can do it. After basketball, I got patella tendonitis. So you gotta let me know what's going on. She's like, oh, don't worry, it's not gonna be that bad. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me why we pull up to this like studio thing. Okay, we're going inside. It's kind of dark, right? Dim lighting. Then I see yoga mats all over. Thinking, oh, cool, we're gonna do some chill yoga. Love that. All of a sudden, right, we each got our mats. Sandra's looking at me, smiling and giggling, saying, just wait. Thinking, girl, just wait for what? Why does the yoga instructor come out with a giant box, sets it on the ground, about 10, 15 little puppies jump out of the box? I said, hold on, you signed us up for puppy yoga? I've never done that in my life. Like, I've heard about it, but I've never actually like known where to find it. Like, mind is boggled. I'm looking at Sandra like, there's no way. So we're doing yoga. I can't even focus on the yoga, right? I got a puppy to my left, a puppy to my right. There's a puppy in front of my head playing with my hair. I can't even lock in, but I'm having the best time. So after yoga, right, I don't even want to leave. Like, I want to take the puppies with me, but we got to go, right? There's other people waiting outside. We low-key got to leave. So we get outside the building. I'm like, Sandra, who you know out here? Actually, matter of fact, who you know everywhere. You know people back in my hometown I don't even know. You know people out here that you just moved out here, what, 2 months ago? Girl, what's up? She's like, oh, I have my ways, but just wait for dinner tonight. Just wait for dinner tonight. I'm like anxious and excited because I never know what Sandra's gonna pull, right? My other friend too was like, see, I told you, like, she knows what's up. I'm like, yeah, she does, right? And I'm thinking we're just gonna go to a nice, another like fancy dinner. Okay, we go on a little walk, something chill, and then we get ready for dinner, right? Sandra tells us, dress real nice, dress to impress. I'm thinking, okay, Sandra, right? So we look real good. I'm wearing a nice yellow dress. It's honestly giving the dress from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, okay? Because I'm trying to find a man. Like, why not? So everybody's looking real good. I'm thinking we're going to go to a nice dinner. It's probably going to be nice cars outside again. Rich men, like, cool vibes. No. We go, okay? We take an Uber. It's like 25, 30 minutes away. We pull up. And it's a restaurant, right? So I'm thinking it's dinner. But Sandra goes in and she's like, we have 3. Look under, it's Sandra, Lala, and then Stephanie. She's like, okay, all 3. We're just waiting on 2 more. Think we got other people in our group? Sandra's like, no, you'll see. We walk in and it's one long table. There's like 10 chairs on one side, 10 chairs on the other. We all sit next to each other. I'm like, what is this? She's like, oh, just wait. Okay. We were pretty early, so there wasn't that many people there. There's a lot of people like standing around. All of a sudden, everybody gets there. It's all girls on one side, all guys on the other side. Tell me why she signed us up for speed dating. Like, think of the one in Hitch. And when I tell you, this was not no regular lame speed dating. These men were top tier. Right? You talk for 30 seconds, move on. They're serving you dinner and appetizers at the same time. I said, Sandra, right? There was like a little 15, 30 minute intermission. I said, Sandra, how do you do this? She's like, what? I said, find these spots, bro. She's like, I'm not gonna lie, I just use corner maps. I said, what is that? She's like, let me show you real quick. Pulls out her phone, clicks this app called Corner Maps, right? She's like, I typed in fun things to do with girls, single ladies things, like athletic but not too difficult. I said, you type in stuff like that? She's like, yeah, and it like pulls a bunch of options up for me. Like, I don't ever use Google, I don't use Apple Maps. Like, this is how I find stuff. I said, not only are you making me enjoy life again, but that man over there, you might have just found me my husband.